Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy III for the Nintendo Famicom system. Last episode, we stopped outside this village, and now we're going to find out what it is. It is Falgabard, the training ground for the wielders of Dark Blades. Dark Blades are only for those who overcome the darkness within them. Magic Knights can wield them. We're actually going to turn into Magic Knights, so new jobs coming up, so. They have some level 3 spells here. We're going to grab two level 3 cure spells because the Dark Knights can actually use white magic. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So like I said, they're kind of a hybrid of the Paladin and the Dark Knight class in the next game. So they kind of switched things around a little bit. They gave the Knight in the next game. They made them a Paladin, could use white magic, and the Dark Knight just basically like a regular knight. So we want to buy an Ashura katana there, and we want to buy a Yoichi bow. No armor that we're going to need. The armor that we're going to get for the Dark Knights that we're going to make, we're going to get for free. So the legendary Masamune has been lost. Some monsters will divide when hit by weapons other than Dark Blades. Long ago there were people that could wield both Dark Blades and others, ninjas. North of Amor, the Cave of Shadows, as monsters can only Dark Blades can beat. Many go, but none return. Only Dark Blades can harm monsters inside here. So, well, Dark Blade, more than things can hurt the enemies in here, it's just that Dark Blades are really effective against the enemies in here, because they're all the splitter enemies. We're just going to make a quick dive in there. I just want to grab that Mjolnir hammer. We're going to go deeper into there, but we're going to get some free equipment, though, first for our Dark Knights that we're going to make. So we're going to enter there, then we're going to leave right away, and that'll allow us to walk down here. We're going to get 4 items down here. Some mainly Dark Knight exclusive gear, Demon Shield, and Demon Mail. And then we're going to go back into the waterfall, and there's an old man there, and we talk with him, and we'll get our first Dark Blade, which is basically like a katana, basically. I seek one who can wield the Chrysanthemum Blade. And we get into a fight with a Shinobi. That'll be a random encounter in a future dungeon, but for now it's kind of like a little mini-boss. Nothing really particular about this little enemy here. Should be able to finish it off pretty quickly. So, it's almost finished right now. Yep, 1 round, that's all it took. Didn't even get a chance to attack. We're going to get a very, very powerful blade from that person, so. Let go of your fear to wield darkness. Okay, well, actually what wasn't keeping us from wielding the darkness was we didn't have any darkness equipment. So this is the first place where we can get like weapons and armor that the Dark Knight class can use. So even though we got it way back in the with the water crystal, we never had a chance to use it because we didn't have any equipment. So, we were going to make Fang and Tupelo our Dark Knights. So we're going to get rid of all their gear and transform Fang into a Magic Knight. Now, Tupelo will become a Magic Knight a little bit later. We don't have any equipment for him, so just want to give a little bit of equipment here right now. Unfortunately, we don't have any headgear or armor gear for the Dark Knight right now, but eventually we're going to get some more in this little cave here. It's kind of like a little training ground. So, we're also going to change Tangaweeni's job. So, Tangaweeni was going to become a ranger. That's how we ended up buying that Yoichi bow. And we ended up getting those Medusa arrows out from the Fat Chocobo in the last episode. So one of the good things about the Medusa arrows is all these enemies that split, they're going to be encountering in this cave and the Cave of Darkness. They're very susceptible to being turned into stone. So Tangaweeni with that Yoichi bow and the Medusa arrows is going to be a very effective attacker. So, now all the enemies here we've all run into, they were the same enemies on the final floors of the Ancient Ruins, those splitter type enemies. So, cave though is kind of annoying. It's tough to see things, so you just kind of gotta go with the little notches in the wall. So we head up to the second notch in this hidden passageway, and then take a right there. And we're gonna head down to the first notch on the right, and then we're gonna head right. Get to this point where there's like a cross of notches. Take a right, and then make a little U where these little notches are. And we get 2 more katanas and another set of the demon mail. One of the good things is that we're going to have 3 people who can use white magic. Fang, Tupelo, and Tanguini. Now, Fang and Tupelo as Dark Knights can only use white magic outside of battle. Tanguini can use some magic in battle, but it's going to mainly be outside of battle, and it's good because it's going to save us a little bit of, money for buying the high potions. So now we're going to equip that other gear on Tupelo. The Katashi was stronger than the Ashura blade, so we could make one of our attackers really, really strong, like give Fang the Katashi and the Chrysanthemum sword, but then we'd rather have 2, like, good attackers than, like, 1 really good attacker and 1 bad attacker, so. Pass on the Protector to Tanguini to get that +5 Vitality, because she's not worried about Strength. That +5 that the Power Bracelet has given her, because she's going to be taking out enemies with the Medusa arrows, not by damage, so we don't have to worry about the damage that she does. The extra Vitality is going to be better for helping her continue to build up her hit points. As you can see, most of our characters are getting kind of close to each other in hit points, so we can sell all that Viking and the Black Belt gear. Not going to need that anymore, so we stock up on our high potions, and we'll take a nice nap here at the inn. Free bed in the Invincible. And then we're going to head over toward Amar, where we were told that the Cave of Darkness is to the north of Amar. So we'll end up getting another one of those Kotashu swords in there. And a few more Dark Knight type gears, but mainly we're just going to be getting headaches from that cave, because it's kind of annoying. We'll discuss the annoyingness when we get there, but we just fly out over here. We're just going to head to the west, and we're going to wrap around the wall, basically. And we're going to end up near Amor. We're going to actually end up to the northeast of Amor, toward this like little maze, this mountain maze that we couldn't do anything with because we didn't have the Invincible. But now that we have the Invincible, we can hop over those little sections of mountains, and the Cave of Darkness is in there. So one of the interesting things here is we're going to start running into enemies, kind of like how we did going to Dogger's Manor. But with the Invincible, before you attack the enemies, the Invincible shoots a cannonball at them and hits every single enemy for about like 200 to 400 damage. So it won't defeat the enemies, but it'll soften them up a little bit, so. Now the next cave, the Cave of Darkness, is pretty long. So Tanguini, for the most part, even though she has Medusa arrows, she only has 40 of them. That's all we're able to get from treasure chests. So on these like battles where we don't need to turn enemies into stone, we're just gonna have her guard and defend. She doesn't have a lot of equipment, but defensive equipment, but that's okay because she's in the back row. So she basically gets enemies have half accuracy against her. So the maze ain't too confusing. If you take a wrong turn, it's usually only the wrong turn is only usually like one section deep, so you can easily turn around right away. It's like right here, this first one, if you were to jump over it, right here to the south, you would just end up stuck in a place and you just turn right around. So, same with the one on the far left there. So get around this way, and there is the Cave of Darkness right there. We can park right in front of it. We get into one last encounter. So, I should actually, didn't want to go there. I wanted to go heal up at the inn first. So So this cave is kind of long, and it would be really annoying if we didn't have any of these Dark Knights. Pretty much, with two characters being Dark Knights, the enemies ain't too bad here. The Dark Knights are very, very strong. They're going to be basically on par damage-wise with what Fang was with the two Defender swords. So their attack is pretty close to, 200. So, and then like I said, Tanguini can stone most of the enemies with her Medusa arrows. And then Baby Moo will just cheer everybody on. So this is the basic gist of the cave. There's a bunch of these hidden passages. I've come here from Falgabard for training. The monsters here can't be defeated by normal blades. They just multiply. Now there are some new enemies in here, but most of the enemies we're running into are the Death Claws, the Valfagors, and the weird plant monster. I forget their names. Oh, you're right. My blade was too weak. Maybe it was my destiny to meet you here. Take this, and we get another Kotetsu katana. We got one of those in the Cave of Darkness. So we'll give that to Tupelo. And she'll be over 228, so she's slightly a little stronger than, than Fang is. But Fang has that, the worst Ashura blade. But it's, a little bit made up because the Xanthium blade is so powerful. So as you can see, our Dark Knights can use the white magic up to level 4, but there's no healing spells there, so I just end up just grabbing the Cura there. So they don't have the ability to use it in battle though, because they don't have that magic command in battle. Speaking of magic, we just pulled off all those summon magics off of Tupelo, and we will be giving them to Tanguini. They will help her eventually when she becomes the Sage, the final class in the game. But also, once we go to the Earth Crystal, we're going to get the Summoner, which is the upgraded Evoker, and Tanguini will become the Summoner. So now Tanguini and Baby Moo are pretty much going to have the same types of magic right there. They're pretty much being set up for their final job as the Sage. We'll end up buying some more black magic, because Tupelo will eventually class change into the Magus, which is the upgraded Black Mage. We basically get upgraded magic users from the Earth Crystal. So, like I said, this cave is pretty much just all hidden passages. So I just want to head through this little hidden passage here, go down, and over, and get some items. For the most part, these first few floors are mainly going to be getting items that you use in battle. But then after that, we're gonna, after a few levels, we'll start getting Genji type equipment, which is like samurai gear, basically. That's some of the, in some translations, that's Genji is translated as like samurai gear, which I guess goes with the curved blade, the katanas that our characters are using as Dark Knights. So, but we got some new enemies. The Visago are the dragons in the background, and the Cronus are the lizard men in the front. So, now these guys, if you hit them with anything but dark swords, they will, split. But they are weak to dark swords, so when we hit them with dark swords, we're going to take a lot of damage off of them, a lot of hit points off of them. So we're going over 2,000 hit points when we're hitting these guys. Tanguini, like I said, one of the good things about splitting enemies is they tend to be very, very susceptible to petrification. So we can hit them with Tanguini's Medusa arrows, and usually it seems like it's like 99% of the time that they turn right into stone. So we're going to head back through the secret passage right here, go back to where we split off and head south, go to another little passageway, and we're going to end up going down another floor. Alrighty. So another secret passage ridden area. I'm gonna head into this one here first, The bottom secret passage and the secret passage indicated by the hole to the south of the one that we entered, they just loop amongst each other. So we just want to go into the secret passage on the top one here. It's going to be a long passage, but the good thing with these passages is you pretty much just go in one direction until you can't move anymore, and then you make a turn. Luckily, the secret passage ain't like really windy. They're just like straight hallways. Yeah, we got the Genji glove, our first piece of Genji equipment. That'll go to Fang, because Fang is going to remain in the Mystic Knight class until he eventually becomes a ninja later on, so. High potions here, you get rid of them. So he'll end up getting one of those Kotashu blades then when Tupelo changes classes. So let's head on out of here. Back out. And then this floor is kind of like a mirror image of each other, so we just have to head down, go to the left, and we'll end up in another passageway similar to this one here. And it'll take us into another area. Around, keep heading around, and here we go. Head into this place. And we're going to see the floor is about to change in a little bit here. So there's 4 secret passageways here. We take the second one from the left, and we end up in this room. We want to ignore all the passageways there, except for this one on the far right. And we end up here, a short floor. So this is where we'll pick up in our next episode. Thanks for following along. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.